these two parts are connected graphically with each other and also in the bottom as well. So it creates a much cleaner front end. Lamborghini has just unveiled the brand new Lamborghini URUS S, which replaces the normal URUS from 2019, and it's got the same power as the URUS Performante at 666 horsepower from its twin turbocharged V8. What I want to do in this video is, of course, talk about this design, because there are some subtle design changes here that I should think actually benefits the URUS design, both from a aesthetic standpoint and also, according to Lamborghini, from a performance standpoint. We're gonna have a look at that from its front, side, and rear. Also compare the interior. So 0 to 60 takes 3.5 seconds and onto a top speed of 190 miles per hour in an SUV. It's pretty nuts. I know what people think about Lamborghini SUVs, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Bentley, Rolls. They're all making SUVs these days, and people are thinking why would Lamborghini spend time making an SUV? It's a sports car company. Or why would Ferrari drop a Purosangue when it's also a super high quality sports car company? Well, you have to think about it from a business standpoint. The URUS here, they've sold 20,000 URUSes or something like that. Something crazy, never unheard of in Lamborghini's history. And this year in 2022, that accounts for 61% of all the sales of Lamborghini. So the reality is, if you want to see hypercars like Lamborghinis and like Ferraris, Aston Martins, or what have you, you're gonna have to live with the fact that they're gonna have to make SUVs to be able to afford to make those other cars that we all love. I think this URUS is a pretty cool car, even though it is an SUV. So I want to start with these sketches here. These are the gorgeous, very crisp, warm sketches from the Lamborghini design team of the new URUS S. As you can see, we have a new front fascia here. I'm going to show you that in the real pictures, but I really like these sketches. I think they have a nice dynamic flow to it. I love when you stretch out the lines like you see right here outside of the silhouette of the car. It creates some more motion in these designs. We have a new rear end as well. This is a new section of the URUS. Let's have a look at the front view and compare the 2019, the first URUS, to the URUS S down here. You can see that in the first generation we have a very complex front end. There is a lot going on. We have this hexagon shape here in the middle, and then we have these forks, as I call them, right here, which I've never really been a huge fan of. I think it makes it look like almost like an aftermarket body kit has been applied onto the front face of the URUS, because I don't see this in any other Lamborghini model. And on top of that, we have these three wings in the bottom. So there's a lot going on with all these different graphic features in the front end, and it makes it look a little busy. However, the worst thing you can do to a Lamborghini URUS is to add a Mansory body kit to it. If you do that, you completely ruin the car, and it's worth, to me, half of what a stock Lamborghini URUS would be worth. It's so ugly, that body kit, that I don't understand how anyone could put that onto their URUSes. But looking at the URUS S, look at how they cleaned everything up. Now we don't have these three wings or diffuser things in the bottom. It's all clean in the bottom, and we have the same kind of graphics going from one end and crossing into the entire length of the car. So we don't have a separation from hexagon to something else down here. Now these two parts are connected graphically with each other and also in the bottom as well. So it creates a much cleaner front end. And on top of that, this piece used to be body colored, this centerpiece right here, but I really prefer this design that we have in the bottom with these wings going up like this and then stopping here, so you don't have a body colored piece right here. I don't think so. This looks black to me, but these wings sticking up like that, it's more of a traditional, typical Lamborghini style going back 20-25 years or so. On top of that, we have a new hood. So this is the Performante hood here. We have these air outlets, which I think adds to the overall aggressiveness. It suits the car overall. We also have new wheels, new 22 and 23-inch wheels to choose from for the URUS S. So looking at it from a side view, there's not really a lot of changes here as I can tell. If you see any changes in the side view, let me know in the comments below, because we have the same line flow like we have in the 2019. Obviously, they don't change the body panels yet. This is just an updated, almost like a facelifted Urus. So we have the same lines in the Urus S, as you can see. Very cool, very Lamborghini DNA. Specifically in this area, we have almost like this triangular shape that we have in the Aventador. We have it in the Huracan as well, and it kind of ties everything together when it comes to the DNA of the car. It's such a hard thing to create an SUV for a company, for like a Ferrari or Lamborghini, Aston Martin, when they never have done anything like that, close to anything like that when it comes to proportion. So I think Lamborghini did a good job here creating something that has Lamborghini DNA still, but in a completely new package, as you can see. And here you can hint the new rear end and the new front end. We have these grooves going into the cutting into the fenders here, like we didn't have on the 2019 model, which we can see better here. So I think this upgrade in the rear, I think the front and the rear, they are really good upgrades, and it just helps this design. The rear end looks maybe a little busier now when we have this new rear end here. As you can see, we have this slot now, which is also on the Performante, obviously, and we have a bit of a restyling of the diffuser. Here we have almost like a just simple style of a diffuser, and down here we have a proper looking performance diffuser, which is probably a lot more functional than the previous one. And on top of that, this design changed. So we have this line going inwards, and now it goes outwards. So I think looking at it from a side view, I think it looks a lot better, because now we have a triangular shape in the rear as well, instead of having two lines that goes like this. Lamborghini says themselves that this is not just for aesthetics, it also helps with the airflow in the back of the car. Looking at the interior, last but not least, we have not a lot of changes here, as I can tell. Same thing here. If you see any changes in this interior, just let me know. This is the 2019 up here, and this is the brand new Urus S. I do love this color of interior. I don't know what it's called. It's like a dark, maybe mix between some dark light brown and some dark purple style. It looks really cool, in my opinion. It looks nice. And we have this throttle control here in the center, which is so cool as well. You have all the drive modes right here, and this is for park, the gear selector in the middle, and you have the start button right here as well. Just flip this up and push the start button right there to start the car. Very Lamborghini-esque and very dramatic designs on the interior. Don't see any big changes here. It's still a very modern looking interior, in my opinion, so they really didn't need to change a lot in the interior. So well done, Lamborghini, for refreshing the Urus, making it a little more easy on the eye, specifically in the front view, without those forks that we have down in the grille. I'm looking forward to seeing this in real life and see how the changes actually impact the car when you look at it in 3D and in real life. It's gonna be fun to see that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.